Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans.
Oh, speaking of hemp, that's grown in Berkshire.
Yes.
It is. A furs, arms, hemp, tea, and marble.
Oh, look at that. We're going to skip ahead
Oh,
about
I
10
thought we were just going to
days.
kill his brother now.
Well, I'm sure you've got a plan to kill his brother, and we can enact it maybe at another point, but our current storyline is not over
All right.
as much as you might think it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
So 10 days later, we are back in Shenanigans. It's just the two of you. It's a whole different day. You know, the bar is about 40% full, so there's some people around. Desmond's a little bit more busy. He seems a little bit more perked up. You know, the bar is more busy today, so he's got drinks, and he's swapping stories with people. He's listening to their stories of their tales. He's telling them about his stories.
Hey, Wyatt, does Desmond look a little bit happier?
Yes. I think the chaos you inflicted yesterday, 10 days ago, has made the world a better place.
Yeah, for the past 10 days, I've been trying to stay on his good side ever since that outburst I had. Just, you know, being not laughing at his jokes, thinking everything. Like, I've been real well behaved. I've been trying. It seems like it's working.
Yeah. Just don't mess with him, then he'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's during all of this that there comes a cleric walks in through the door, a cleric of Velthara, and she comes over near your table.
I up not her because I
says
respect.
in a loud voice, "You there,
Yes.
Tiberius the Noble, and Wyatt, cleric of Malchus.
Turn
Yes.
around.
I am
Yes.
here
Yes, mother.
to bring vengeance upon you. You have incurred the wrath of Velthara, and I shall smite you."
Oh,
When-
okay. Fair enough.
Desmond from behind the bar clears his throat. Murder has to take place outside, please. No violence in the building, guys.
You
let's
can't
go-
get us
let's go
all
to the
in
back.
here. No, wait,
Let's go
no,
to the back.
just don't leave. What do you mean go outside?
She's a cleric of vengeance. I'm a cleric of chaos. We get along.
She's
We
gonna
flow.
attack you, Wyatt.
Yeah, but that's always happens. Come on.
She looks at the two of you. "I'll be waiting for you outside," and
I'm coming,
exits
ma'am.
out the front door.
Oh,
Wait, hold on.
What's the issue? You're scared of a cleric, Velthar?
I'm scared of things that are scary, first of all. That's what I'm scared of. I know that it seems like I'm a tough guy because I like threw porridge at Desmond, but I'm really just a big old softy, all right? And I don't know about this lady.
She's not as tough as Desmond. I'll tell you that.
She had like a thing with spikes on the end. Like it was just.
I've got a sword. That's a big spike.
All right. Well, you can color spray her, right?
Oh, unless she's got more hit dice than me. We're both level 1, so...
But you're a cleric. How do you have color spray?
Oh,
Oh, good
magic,
question.
Neal. Skills and powers, Neal. 15 points in skills and
All
powers.
right. Skills and powers. For those of you that don't know what that means, skills and powers, we play with many different rule sets. Rules as written, basic, 2E, advanced. Rules as written, advanced with combat and tactics, skills and powers, spells and magic, 2-point. You know, we use like 3 or 4 different 2E rule sets and mesh them together. Skills and powers and combat and tactics and spells and magic are 3 add-on books that have additional rules, which are a little power gamey and allow you to make highly customized characters that are ridiculously broken. Rob is a famous example of someone who breaks these rules bends these rules all the time. So if you're ever
So
interested
what you're
in
saying is, when I want to make a new character, I should call McTacky instead of you, because he's gonna give me a busted character.
I
know-
don't think that's accurate because considering my track record...
he dies he's got the most character deaths out of anyone in any that I've ever played with. So, you know, he
I
can help
died
you
twice
out.
in 2 episodes. I mean, 2 episodes I've died twice in them.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Jesus.
I think in the first 10 sessions you played, you had 10 character deaths.
No,
Something like that?
because not quite, but almost.
Not quite. Almost. Was it 9 for 10?
Well, actually, it was more like 2 died in 1 episode and 1 lived for 2 episodes.
Yeah. So 10 deaths in 10
Yeah,
episodes.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a death every episode.
Right.
That's when I
right.
started playing Kenny.
Get it
who
right, get
Just
it
keep
right.
coming back.
10 and 10, but like not all 1 per each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's what skills and powers means with everybody. Anyway, continuing, you have
Like, Cloak of
Color
Elthara
spray.
wants a little bit of vengeance. Well, I'll hear her out.
I don't. Okay, what?
What's wrong?
I'll hear her out. But if she starts like swinging shit, and if I start seeing lights and stuff like that, I'm bouncing because I've never fought anybody before.
Or run from vengeance if you want, but vengeance is
Okay,
cold and
all
always
right.
follows you.
Okay, Chaos Man. Let's go see what she has to say.
All right. And out you guys go into the city streets of Berkshire. The other patrons, having heard this challenge, also come on outside to take a watch. And the streets fill with observers to your would-be combat. The cleric of Velthara is maybe 80 feet down the road, giving you room to come out and do this and have some distance between you as you initiate your challenge. She stands there with a chainmail, shield in one hand, spear in the other, the T of Velthara hanging from her neck.
Ma'am, I would have to know your name, mother.
Valerie. I am Mother Valerie, cleric of Velthara, and I am here to smite you on behalf of Adam the Driver, halfling of Berkshire.
Adam the Driver.
Would this be Cleo's husband?
Yes. Cleo's husband has prayed to Velthara, asking for vengeance upon those who have wronged him. You have deprived him not only of his wife, but in such a manner that his property was left alone, unmanaged, untended to for a week. And in that time, the house was robbed, the farms were stolen from, and all of his possessions and property were destroyed. You might have had cause to bring vengeance down upon his wife, but you did so in a way that undermined his ability to care for himself and that ruined his prospects. He came home to nothing but an empty house and an empty life, and for that you must pay. I shall take your life.
Well, I wouldn't say it'd be a fatal vengeance. Is there another sort of vengeance on the table here? Because, I mean, killing me is overkill.
By definition.
I mean, vengeance has to be measured. Otherwise, you're just murder hobos.
And you know what? He neglected his wife for years. His farm gets neglected.
No,
that's vengeance in my eyes.
He's a man on the road. He works very hard to support his family. Turnips alone are not enough to keep a house in check. He must travel far and wide, trading his wares, driving his wagons and carts in order to provide for his wife and his child.
But why hasn't this man came to us? Why hasn't he just pray to the god to smite us down
that's
instead
how
of
people
trying?
do things.
Yes, that's what he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be in work. That's how I make my job. That's what I do for a living.
That's what I do too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Rose didn't go to her husband. She came to us.
You're actually right, Wyatt. There needs to be some fundamental change. We need to set up some systems of like some safety nets.
Separate church and state, man. I don't want you making rules about the church here. You agree with that, Front Valerie, right?
Enough of this conversation. Your plans matter not, for you shall die here this day.
Die? For that? Wyatt, talk some sense into her.
I am arguing a different vengeance is in order. What would be a more creative vengeance? Murder is a boring vengeance. Are you a cleric of vengeance or death? Come on.
I am a cleric of vengeance, and you have taken this man's life,
death to me,
his liberty, and his ability to pursue happiness by taking everything from him that matters. If you would like, I could put you in a state of eternal suffering as you have put him, but I thought a kindness upon you would be to just simply end your lives here today.
All right, now we're getting more creative, fella. Let's see. What sort of vengeance is appropriate?
For a cleric of Malchus, I could take your tongue, remove your fingers so that you cannot interfere with the chaos that swirls around you. And for you, a nobleman, I'd have to think on that one a little bit.
Come on.
I was interested to hear it for a second.
Let's workshop it. Now, nobles have authority over people, so they're also the tongue thing, right? But nobles also have the appearance, so you might have to disfigure his face, right?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I could disfigure you.
Yeah, come on, Valerie.
Fire something, yeah.
Yeah.
I figure out the things you love in your life and deprive them, take them from you. What is it that you love, noble, huh? Wine, women, food, money?
I love helping people. That's literally what got me into this situation right here. Is trying to be
That's
helpful.
what he told me 10 days ago. He's not actually saying a line. That's what he told me. I know. I know.
I could go to the people you've helped and make their lives worse by their association with you.
Ooh.
And every person you've helped will be soured by their relationship with you, and you will have brought terror down upon the very people you wish to help.
So what happens?
Perfect, Valerie. That's perfect.
What? That was good. That logically sound perfect. But my question is, what if you make Rose's life bad, and then she contacts another cleric of vengeance to take vengeance out on you? Is there like this weird
Vengeance begets vengeance. Violence begets violence. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Exactly.
I didn't pull a sword on anybody though.
It's a metaphor. Look,
all right. Well,
I'm just saying some of this vengeance is disproportionate, but vengeance usually is.
I'm just going to let you know, Valerie, I'm going to defend myself.
As I would expect.
Exactly.
If you went willingly, that wouldn't be any fun.
Exactly.
So,
okay. All those observing, this is an approved between two clerics fight.
You're taking the fun out of this. She barks at you.
Is it 2v1 or 1v1 and then the winner?
How do you want to do this, ma'am? 2v1 or 1-on-1?
I'm a third level cleric. I can take the two of you on.
All right. That's fair enough. All right. So everyone, so whoever happens outcome of this fight, neither party is to be held liable criminally. We both approve of this.
I'm gonna go to a knee and like brush some dirt off, but take a handful of dirt as sneakily as I can. And I'm gonna start walking around the crowd that's forming and be like, okay, what we gotta do is we gotta establish some ground rules. And the ground rules are...
I don't like rules.
There are no ground rules! And I throw the dirt. I throw the dirt at Valerie.
All right.
I draw my sword and let's roll.
Let's roll for initiative, everybody.
Okay. You got a token for her?
So here's our map. I'm just going to bring you guys out into the street.
Yeah.
Now people can see. Let me get a token for Valerie, Cleric of Vengeance. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I have to let the cat outside again. Oh my god. It's so dramatic.
Okay.
He's just
all right. So I did when Neal said, "Oh, it's 10 days later," I switched out my spells.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 cure light wounds, 1 color spray, and 1 burning hands.
Ooh, burning hands. All right.
Dr. Neal.
I'm so sorry about that.
Now, okay, so rolling initiative. How far away is she? You said she was like 40 feet?
She was quite a distance, but then Tiberius came up closer to her, and
How far am I? I'm just
so I think she was originally 80 feet from the front door. Oh my god, Wyatt, you got big.
Hey, I'm dieting.
Oh, perfect. So she's like right over there.
All right,
so where is... That's good enough.
Yeah.
Let's make her appropriately sized.
Yeah, double size. Yeah.
There
All right, let's see. Okay, initiative. Looking up. So move. So I'm just saying, do I have to take my whole turn to move towards her? I'm asking.
Let me finish marking things here. Sorry.
Yeah. Obviously, it would change what I'm doing.
Okay. Oops, she should have a red HP bar, not a green one. She's a baddie.
I like her. My character
not
likes
really,
her.
right?
No,
She's
we're just
job.
gonna.
She's relative, you know. She's maybe not a bad.
I'm going to stabilize her if I win this fight.
She's a bad guy, but like she's not a bad guy. You know what I mean?
There it is.
You know.
There it is.
All right. I think Tiberius closed over here, so this is probably our starting situation.
All right. So what can I do this turn? Can I actually get to this turn, or do I have to use my turn to move? I'm not gonna
well,
double
you
move.
can move 120 yards in combat.
All
in a
right,
single round.
So I'll do. Okay, I can just. I'll use my sword initiative then.
Gotta go take a look at
So
her
you
spell
click your
list real
token,
quick.
and his initiative appears in the top left corner. If you click your token, you'll see initiative options. That's how you do initiative. Then you put in the speed of what you do, or you can do it from the character sheet if your token's clicked.
Oh, I hadn't clicked my token. That was
Yeah, the token clicking's a thing.
Yeah. Or you can switch in your first roll.
Perfect.
But yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. I know what she's
No,
up to.
yeah, he got us. Yeah. Never mind.
So good. All right.
Ooh.
Tiberius, you go first. You get a really fast roll. That was good. With your short sword. So you are ready to step up and do whatever you want. You said you like chuck dirt in her eyes to open up the initiative.
Yeah.
Let's see what she does about this. Or I'll give her a save. Yeah, she managed to like bring the shield up. She's ready for this stuff. The dirt splashes against her shield as you...
Go in with my short sword and try to take a stab at her.
All right. You bring the sword to bear against the woman. Give me an attack roll. You can roll it from your character sheet, or you can just roll the dice manually. A 6 is not going to do it. You plunge your sword towards her, and I guess it just like scrapes against her armor because she's in the middle of some spell casting right now. She's not concerned with this. Your weapon grazes her metal. She finishes her words. She points a finger at you.
No, you go. Sorry.
You guys are pretty far apart. This is unfortunate.
Yeah, we sure are.
I ran up on her.
Well, she's casting a hold person spell, but it's 1d4 persons within a 20-foot cube, and you guys are about 75 feet away.
Yeah.
So she can only target one of you with the hold person spell. I think she's going to target the person who's adjacent to her. I mean, the spellcaster might be good, but the fighter, rogue, whatever, has probably lower spell save. She's going after Tiberius. Roll me a saving throw versus spell. You can find it on your combat tab, and there's like a little button. I think you found it.
Yay!
Oh,
And
heck
you
yeah.
will pass. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. It's hold person. If only 2 persons are being expelled, each rolls their saving throw at a -1 penalty. If the spell is cast at only 1 person, the saving throw die suffers a -2 penalty. She's just targeting you.
Neal.
You
So I rolled a
are
14.
held by her spell, by her 2nd level spell. You for 2 rounds per level, so 2 for 6 rounds. You're just wrecked. You're CC'd hard. Wyatt.
My turn. Yeah, I'll move in and do sword attack.
Against the... Oh, wow, you hit. Yes, she has a 15 AC plus 2 for the shield, so 17 AC. You crack her for 6, taking her to less than half hit points in a single blow. My
That's
God.
fair to defend myself from vengeance. Even I respect her, but I'm going to defend myself from vengeance.
Oh, yeah, you can totally respect
if
your
I knock
enemies.
her
That's a
out.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Wyatt and the woman.
Your initiative, yeah.
Those are the words I'm looking for. Thank you. She's already used her 2nd level spell.
7.
1st level spell is gonna be... Oh, she goes at 10. Wyatt, take your
Or
turn.
swingy.
You snicker snack, and
Miss.
you miss. It clatters against her armor as she rests her spear against her shoulder, points a finger at you, and says, "Grovel."
Oh, I'll do the save the spell.
No, it's command. There's no saving throw versus spell in command.
Oh, okay. I go down and grovel. Mercy! I want mercy from you, the great cleric of Valhalla, Valerie.
She kicks your weapon behind her grabs it with her foot and just like tosses it back behind her and rests her foot upon your shoulder. You will spend your next round doing nothing.
Okay.
And that's going to be your next turn. So she just gets a free shot at you. Takes her spear. Is she going to plunge it? Is she going to kill you? Yeah. She'll drive. I guess you're not held. She'll have to make an attack roll, but she's going to get +4 because you're...
defend
Rose,
myself.
save us, Rose!
Rose is against-
Here we go. 1d20 +4. She's level 3, so +1 to hit for level, because you get 1 at 3, 1 at 4.
Yeah.
And a 20. Does that a hit? That's a hit, isn't it?
17. Yeah, of course.
17, all right. 2d4 damage. She drives the spear through your
I'm
body.
dead.
You pass out on the ground. She turns to Tiberius.
I'm just
knowing that
motionless.
you're held for a while, she comes up to you and whispers in your ear, I actually think what you did was probably a really good thing, but like I'm attracted by, I'm a cleric of Velthar. This isn't personal, I hope you know. I actually really approve of your actions, but when you get a holy divine mission by your god to come and seek vengeance, you gotta seek vengeance. I just hope you know this isn't personal, she says, as she takes a knife and draws it across your face, scarring you, disfiguring you, ripping your clothes, sending them into tatters. And you made some really good points. I'm going to give her a full-fledged morale check to see if she is going to execute you like she did the cleric, or just like, mess up your face and shit. Yeah. She will take mercy on you. She will leave you scarred and your nice fine clothes tattered in ruins, push you over so you're lying on your back, literally walk over your body, and stroll out of town.
Oh, man.
You gotta stabilize me before I die?
Well, he is...
How long is the whole person? What?
It's
Well, can someone else
6
run in?
rounds, 5 rounds, 4... Oh, yeah, someone else is going to have to step in. Now, this is where you're going to have to make me a charisma check, Wyatt. Do people around here like you enough to try and save your life from a cleric of Elthara?
Desmond would run out of this bitch
Desmond
and
does
save
not
him.
care. I worship Desmond. Desmond doesn't give it about me.
He
Yeah,
cares
Desmond's-
all the time that
31,
you
Neil.
Oh,
31.
yeah, everyone.
Let's go.
No one wants to
that guy
piss
took
off
out the
Malkus.
rapist. I'm the guy who took out the rapist.
Yeah, I mean, someone will come and stabilize your wounds. It'll be okay. The cleric of Velthar will leave, and after a few minutes pass, Tiberius will be freed, and someone will drag Wyatt to a cleric and heal him up, and you'll survive, but you'll have a nasty wound through you, and vengeance has been gotten on the behalf of Adam, the driver, halfling of Berkshire.
All right. How about your brother killing your brother in a week, where we've recovered our wounds?
Look at my face, Wyatt. Look at it. I'm not worried about my brother. I could never rule anybody now. Look at me.
Oh my goodness, cure like wounds.
He will be scarred. His wounds will heal, but forever there will be the evil, jagged scar of, of this cleric.
Now that it's healed, though, like, how healed is it? Am I, do I look like Dr. Evil, or?
Like, how much a degree of scarring would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's that sort of Dr. Evil where it kind of sticks out a bit, like it heals outward, so it's very,
Battle
very
scar
visible.
gives you credibility as a noble. Makes people go, we can trust this guy. He's been in combat. But it's not ugly scars like, ew. Don't.
How many scars? Was it just the one? Because you made it sound like she did like a checkered.
It's like a long one.
spattered-
It's like starts on this side of the face and like comes down from your cheek to your chin and then up the other side, so it's like a V across your face for vengeance.
Damn.
Dude, this is character building stuff, right? Now, the PR campaign, you've met the Baroness, you've got the scars, and you survived a cloak of vengeance. Next step is either usurp your brother or something happens to him. Because you said your father's not exactly happy with you and your father, but he's happy with your younger brother. So,
Are you sure you're not a cleric of Womator, god of joy? Because you seem to be spinning everything in like a really positive way. Like, this is great. You've got a scar. You're so credible now. We can do all this great stuff.
You're a spin team, bro. The spin team.
Okay, next step. Your father will actually make you heir if you have a child, won't he?
I guess you're right. He would.
Because your brother doesn't have an heir, does he?
No.
And he's the older brother. So we don't have to hurt your brother if you care for him, right? Just...
I don't care for him, but I don't want to hurt him.
All right. All right, but I mean, how's he treat your workers? Well, what properties does your family run?
We produce hemp and marble.
So you own a mine and some farms?
Yeah, mine, some farms. I don't think I've ever seen my father interact with any farmer, though.
Have you ever even visited those farms that your family runs?
Those are like the first spots that I stopped on my new journeys. I didn't stay very long though. They didn't really like me. And they know that I'm my father's son, and they're not really that happy there. So
how are they treated then? They don't like your father then?
I mean, I didn't really know how they were treated until I walked out, and when I walked out, it was just a shit show. So I left pretty quickly. So I don't really know.
I mean, if you're the Lord, how would you treat them?
If I was the Lord, how would I treat them? I mean, I would just treat them the way I would treat you, like the way I would want myself to be treated.
Oh, that's far more beyond what I think a noble would usually say.
My father says that the peasants need to be dealt with in a very specific way, though, because you can't be friends with your subordinates.
It's true.
That's why Neal wasn't friends with
And
me.
I don't think that I could not be... Okay. I just don't know how I feel about that. I meet somebody and I want to be their friend. I want to know everything about them.
All right. Well, how'd your brother treat people? Is he the same mindset as your father?
Pretty much. It's cut from the same cloth.
And your younger brother, I believe.
He's a playboy. He's out and about. He goes to the capital a lot. He likes the whorehouses.
Yeah, so you sound like the best possible future.
I mean, you never even met my brother.
Well, I'm believing your words here, ally.
True. We've been through a lot. I mean, I almost watched you die.
Yeah, I assume this is days later because it's recovered.
Yeah.
No, we're on the street still.
All right, so let's see. We need to. Are you interested in women or men? You need a marriage partner.
I don't know. I never had a preference either way.
Well,
I never really got excited by the prospect of either.
All right. Well, how about adoption? We adopt you and you go, oh, I've got an heir now.
You know who I should adopt?
Who?
Spud's son.
I don't think they're going to accept a halfling as a human noble.
I'll just say he's small. They'll never know.
Work it out. Anyway, Spud's child was Spud. Don't mess with that situation. It's tenuous as it is.
I kind of want to go talk to the driver. I mean, I feel bad.
Okay, well, we could go talk to him, and he's got to pray for more vengeance, though.
No, I mean, if he sees that we're both like deformed and crippled now, and then we come and say, hey, like, we probably should have came to us first because we would have made things right. But even though you didn't, no hard feelings.
Yeah, let's make peace with him.
Yeah, make peace. This is the mission.
You're gonna make peace with?
We want to make peace with the driver.
Okay, well,
Adam the driver.
You know where his house is. You can find him if that is your desire. You head back down to the little halfling suburb of Berkshire. Make your way through like the wonderful countryside. It's on towards winter, so most of the crops are done. The days are pretty short, but the halflings around here are bopping around town, huddled in warm little clothes. There's people bringing like large teapots of apple cider to each other's houses, and it's a little early for the caroling, but there's some singing and festivity, and there's some like winter flowers that are being put about.
How do you feel about places like this?
Joy's fine. It's just it's not exactly incompatible with my beliefs. I'm not the cleric of anger or Scrooge. I'm the cleric of chaos. And let me tell you this much: Christmas dinners are the most chaotic time of year in the world. All right, sorry, what's it called in this world? It's not Festivus. I'm looking it up. It's
the holiday.
I'm looking it up. I can't remember it.
Jubilee. It's Jubilee. Jubilee dinners on 20th of December. The most chaotic time of year. You just let it happen, man. You get your racist uncle in. You get your drunk cousin in. You're going to have chaos. This is a holy time for Malchus. Lean, I love this time of year. People get together and find out that they hate each other. and they get argues, and there's chaos.
That's
And
true.
you see what
I guess.
happens in the aftermath of the chaos. I don't know what's going to happen. Is the family going to split? Are they going to get closer together? We'll find out from the process.
So you were probably really pleased when Valerie walked in and proclaimed vengeance on us.
Yeah, you saw me. I was psyched.
I mean, you didn't seem too psyched on the ground in the mud in front of the.
Hey. If I got killed by her, I got killed by her. She's doing her job. I'm doing my job.
I like
I
how
respect
laid back
her.
you are, Wyatt.
I'm not laid back in all aspects, you know? Like, there's certain things I'm not going to approve of. I've got personal preferences above my chaos desires. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to trick you into getting married to someone you don't love or incompatible with. Like, the usual way is, like, because gay marriage is legal in this country, is if two gay people get married, they adopt a noble of, like, similar rank as the heir.
Oh.
Right. But,
Right.
because that's legal in this country, unlike in certain video games that I'm trying to mod.
Okay. So
Yeah, but the thing-
it's not necessarily the joy that you're trying to disrupt. You're trying to disrupt anything that happens continuously. So
Yeah.
if something bad happens
Okay.
every day, if something
That's
good
boring.
happens, yeah,
Like,
if something
the
good
demon
happens, you're happy.
invasion was fine at the start, but the demon invasion was bad because it brought nothingness, boring, stability, nothing. You got empty city, empty towns. It's what everyone else does, and the reaction to it that's interesting. But for that area, that's boring. There's nothing changing there. You caused a great change, but it was an absolute to zero change.
Yeah, I would think that the demons invasion was something that you'd be super psyched about, but the fact that it's been going on so long and there's
Yeah,
just so much
All these
nothing.
empty towns.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We love what the other nations have gone. Cuba's fallen into civil war. I don't know where we're on the timeline, Neil. I'm just going to throw some stuff out.
Yeah, bring it in. Yeah, man.
Like, Draca says, hey, everyone's fallen. We can become an empire. And then they invade everywhere. Uh-oh. Mystria has a dragon. Oh, the war's getting more complicated. Oh, there's a new king of Mystria. See, the fall of Eridon has caused everything to happen and caused the whole continent to fall into chaos.
At what point does Malchus's will align with the demons being defeated?
Well, when it's the most interesting thing to happen. Because the demons, inherently, the gods don't like the demons. The demons worship them, but they don't care. But the Malchus, he might help the demons because he goes, this will mess people up for a day, but he doesn't care about the demons. Like, when the demons get boring and the demons become stable, Malchus goes back to his chosen, which is humanity. Humanity is what Malchus created in his own image. He said, you guys just mess things up. That's all humanity has done. That's all humanity ever will do.
That's
If
so
humans
true.
get boring, if humans get stable, he'll go, those humans though. But the rest of you guys, mob rule, because lowest common denominator, not as clever, it's the dumbest person. So,
do you have the ability to make me a cleric of Malchus?
I can make you a priest of Malchus. I can't make you a cleric of Malchus.
So I can just like go forth and spread the.
We can spread the word. But holy symbol, 10 GP by the player's handbook.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't agree with some of the things about like, murdering my dad.
It's each person's
and stuff like
interpretation
that.
of Malchus. It's each in person. As I said, as I told the Baroness, I was not lying. Each cleric of Malchus interprets chaos in their own way, because Malchus doesn't give direct orders usually. Like, he might say, someone's prayed to me, do this. But usually Malchus leaves us alone to do as much chaos as possible. Yeah, Malchus steps in, we go, yes, boss, because he gives us our powers. But
so let's do an exercise then. We're on our way to go. We're on our way to go visit Adam to go make things right. Let him know there's no hard feelings. Where's the lever in this situation?
Well, Adam, he doesn't have any. Like, I don't really see. Like, I mean, other than we've already ruined his life. What he does now is anything. His life is already in chaos. We've already done it to him. His entire life has been upheaved. What he does now is unpredictable and unknowable. So we've already done everything we can do to make his life the most chaotic it could be. From this point on, he flipping got a cleric of vengeance on us. That's what he did. That's how chaotic his life is. A halfling went to a cleric of vengeance. That's how hardcore this situation got. It's nothing more. My job's done with this guy. I want to make peace with this guy, and he can make his own path in this world.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, let's make peace with him.
Cool. You guys can head on down to his house. You know exactly where it is. And sure enough, just like the cleric said, it's in a little bit of trouble. You can see that it's been robbed. Like the front door is missing, robbed. Like someone just took his door, and you can peer on inside the house and see, there was like this nice carpet over there. Carpet's gone. There were some couches are gone. There were like some bookshelves. They're there, but like the things on the shelves are gone. And you can see over the top of the house on the hill, there's the guy. He's got a new hoe in hand, and he's trying to work his fields a little bit. His back is currently to you, though.
Wyatt.
Yes?
Who do you think stole all this stuff? Is it the other halflings in the area?
Yeah, I think it was. But I mean, and I actually think, sorry, Spud took a bunch of stuff for his son. I'm going to assume like all the son's belongings, they're in their new house.
True. I'm wondering, would it be fun or interesting at all to take this guy around to all the different houses in the area and like force people to show the inside of their houses so that if they have any of his possessions, not only will he get them back, but he'll know who stole them too.
Yes,
We've gone from I want to help the little people of the world to let's just break into everyone's house and like search everyone's house just in case they did something wrong. We're gonna search everyone's house.
Well, my character.
It's a school principal right there.
My character doesn't care. Either way.
I mean, I just want
Okay,
so this
front door. What are you gonna do with a front door?
Who steals a front door? That really, honestly.
Right? And where do you put it? On your front door? What do you do when you steal a front door? Yeah. What could it possibly? That's a weird thing to steal.
Turn it into a table, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I'm a cleric of chaos. I'll help this, but I'm not really a cleric of vengeance. Helping him going around getting stuff back, I'll help you, but it's not really my wheelhouse.
I don't know. Let's see what he's feeling like, or what his reaction is.
Yeah, because he might just hate us and tell us to leave.
Yeah, true. Rightfully so.
Yeah. Hail, Mr. Adam.
Sorry, I dropped his die. He looks over to you and cocks his head to the side.
Hey, we're the guys who you got the vengeance.
I thought you were dead. I was told you were murdered. I want my vengeance back. He comes down with his hoe over his shoulder, trotting down. He comes up to your waist height.
I got killed in combat.
He died. I watched him die.
Yeah,
you don't look
Look
dead.
at this. Look at this. Look at. I'm deformed. You think any noble lady's gonna ever take my hand in marriage now? Look at this.
Women love scars.
Look. You got us hurt. Isn't that enough vengeance? Come on.
Yo, look at my house. I don't have a door. There's dogs coming in and out.
We're going to help you get some of your stuff back, okay?
Who took your door specifically?
I don't know. I came home. My wife is gone. There's no note where she is. All my stuff is missing. My son is missing. I gotta talk to my neighbors, see what's going on. They tell me the two of you came through. You kidnapped my wife. You stole my son. You gave it to my neighbor. You threw her in jail, and you left my property just wide open to be stolen.
We got even worse news for you, bud.
How could it get worse?
Well, your wife.
Yeah.
You know why she's in jail, right?
Because you dragged her off to jail over some. You said that she raped someone? She's a sweetheart. How could she?
She admitted to it.
She told us.
Yeah.
What?
You can ask. She's proud of it. She says your fault.
Yeah, you can ask Spud. You can ask Rose.
You can ask the Baroness's people because they were witness.
Yeah, you can ask even in town.
Well, that
Yeah.
sounds ridiculous.
Well, we can go over to the sheriff right now and clear this up. Like, we've got no ill will towards you. You throwing a vengeance cleric at us made complete sense.
Why would she do such a thing, huh?
Well, where have you been?
How
Where
she's
are you
such
at?
a frail little. I mean, she's not that frail, but you know,
She
how's
used
she
a
supposed to
love
take on a
potion.
whole?
She loved
Use the
potion,
love
man.
potion.
Why would she use a love potion?
Because you're never around. You're the one that's supposed to provide that companionship
Yeah,
for
but
her,
I don't
and you're
blame-
not here.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't excuse what she did.
You're telling me my wife's a sexual predator because
Yes.
I
work for a living?
Well, that's
Brother.
her excuse.
That's her
That's her
excuse.
excuse.
It's not a
Like,
good
I'm-
excuse or even an excuse at all.
Where's
to
my
do it,
son,
but-
huh? Why you gotta give him to another family?
So
We
this
did
is
a paternity
another
test. And
Yeah, we should.
yeah, he's not your son.
You
What
know
do you
what?
mean he's
We
not my
left-
son?
We left this
He's-
whole situation with a lot of loose ends that we didn't tie up, and now they're all biting us in the ass. This
Yeah.
helping people shit? I don't know, man.
Well, okay. Well, he's. You know the person she sexually assaulted? He's the father.
Oh my god. Spud?
So he's got. Yeah, we did a paternity test.
Oh my
I know we
god.
didn't. I'm just lying.
Yeah. So that's why my son's being raised by another man.
Because that's his. He knew, by the way, the whole time.
That's his son. I mean,
Yeah.
he was always over here.
When you were out of town, he'd be visit with you with the child.
I mean, he said it was only one time.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Then why'd you abandon my property to be robbed? You know you can't just leave a house unattended for a week.
Assumed you halflings would be nice to each other. I'm sorry, that's a
Why do you live
stereotype.
next to Berkshire? You think it was the
Yeah, I mean,
halflings in my
do
It
you-
wasn't the
are you
halfling,
like-
it was the kids from Berkshire that came and stole everything.
Are you like unliked around here? I thought you got like everyone's a big sense of community and
I'm not around. I travel for a living, you know? A traveling salesman is never home. It's unfortunate, but this was the life it's the only way I could make ends meet, you know?
so this is what we're gonna offer you, Adam.
I'm a
First of
victim
all,
of
first and
economic
foremost-
circumstances.
First and foremost, me and Wyatt here, no hard feelings. We understand. It's fine. We made it out okay. We understand where your anger's coming from and why you want vengeance. Secondly, we can help you get some of your stuff back.
Can you get me back my wife? Can you get me back 12 years of marriage to a sexual predator? Can you
No.
get me back the 4 years I
She's
spent
old.
loving that child as my own?
She's only going to be gone 25 years. What's that, like 6 months for you?
It's not an elf.
It's like 15 years for me, compared to you, you know. Kind of stupid to put everything in human terms, you know.
Yeah, I
Very
agree.
ethnocentric.
As a half elf.
Yeah, thank you, half elf. Oh yeah, you know.
All right, ageless. All right, whatever.
It's fine, you know, it's fine. Look.
I'm not a full elf.
Do you want some of your stuff back or not? I'm trying to make things right.
Like, we don't want you to be an injured party from our actions. I do, but I'm
Exactly.
You want to make it right? Buy my house from me. Give me
How
enough
much is
money
that sort of
that I
money?
can live on the road and never have to come home. There's nothing left here for me. Buy
How
my
much is your
house.
house? How much is your house?
5,000 gold.
Well, we don't have that. No.
Jesus. Okay, hold
Look, he's
on.
a noble. Look at him. Hoity-toity
He's not the
man in
heir.
fancy
He's not
clothes.
the-
I've only got 30 gold.
Well, you know, that you want to make things right? Buy my house.
Is that a different way we can make things right?
Buy my house.
There might be a different way that we can make these right. Have you ever worked with hemp?
We use hempen ropes in my wagon.
Well, my family makes hemp. Well, our servants make hemp.
He owns some hemp farms.
Yeah, we own some hemp farms just north of Berkshire. And we need those like nimble little fingers of you guys to help out with this.
He's
So
You're
I
offering
can
me a
provide,
job?
I can provide you a job, home and board, in a new area with lots of different types of people,
so
mostly
you want
humans.
to see them again?
You won't have to see these halflings again?
I won't have to travel anymore?
No.
No.
What about my house, huh? Is it just gonna sit here and depreciate in value?
We'll just auction it off.
We'll board it up. We'll keep it here, and I'll work with the Baron on getting you some compensation for this, because it's not, well,
It's not very useful. You know, no one's gonna buy it now. It doesn't even have a front door.
Okay. How much is the front door?
Oh no, it came with the house. You know, it was handed down generation to generation. Been in my family a couple hundred years.
You seem pretty okay with leaving it, though.
I come home, I realize that my community hasn't protected my possessions while I was gone. My wife's full of infidelity. My child's not my child. You know, all the thing. I used to come home with a sense of like rest and relaxation, and now this place just brings me pain and anger, and I'm willing to give up my heritage and my rights of ownership in order for just a goddamn moment of peace. I just want some peace in my life. Do you understand what I mean?
I think that
Tiberius
we
can give
owe
you
you that. I think we owe you that, and I think that we can do that for you.
Yeah. Tiberius can arrange things.
We're gonna get you a job working with some hemp.
Making rope?
Making rope. Not that kind of hemp. Don't get too excited.
Scratches his head. Well, do I get my own place?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be put in a dormitory?
I mean, it might be kind of dormy. I don't know.
Can I take a look at it before I commit to it?
You know what? We should all go together, because I haven't even checked it out. Maybe we'll go and they'll look really shitty, and we'll be like, you know what? We'll get you something else.
Are there any other divorcee? Oh my god, I've got to get a divorce if I'm gonna remarry. Do you think this is grounds for divorce?
Yes, it is. Do you
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
handle that today? Want to handle that today?
Please. God,
Yeah, let's
can't-
head, let's go
Cleo.
to the mayor's office and get that sorted out.
12 years. Down the drain. Not gonna get that time back.
I'm so sorry.
Can't believe I tried to have you guys killed. You're very nice people.
Yeah,
Look,
I mean, you know.
you did get the full story, and clearly this community doesn't care enough to tell you the truth.
I thought I could trust my neighbors. I guess it just shows you in the suburbs no one cares about each other.
Bleeding
Alright.
through. Bleeding through.
I don't know what happened today. These things are normally so politically and social commentarily charged, guys. This is not
I love
normally the
it.
route we take for shenanigans.
I love it. Last week it was really heavy-handed. This week it's like that, like it's just like the subtleness of it. It's really
I guess something about this November has really, changed the way we deal with shenanigans. Great, you can take Adam. Adam is his
That's
name.
Adam.
Yes,
Yeah, Adam the driver. He's got a cart, so
We'll have to be Adam the Hemper now? Adam the Weeder? I don't know what his job is going to be here. If he's like pulling weeds in the hemp fields, I don't know. You can take him to your family's property and set him up with a job and a place to live. You can help him get a divorce.
because he's got grounds.
I
on,
want
like,
to
the
make
alley.
sure this guy, when he comes in, like, oh, you know what? I shouldn't do that. I was gonna say I want to make sure he's set up real nice. But if they see me doing that to him, he might get picked on by the normal everyday. So yeah, I think he should like fly under the radar.
Yeah. Okay, but how is the estate? How are they treated? I mean, at the farm.
I think that's for Neal to
They're general peasants, serfs. They're bound. Most of them are bound to this land, but they're more or less, as long as they get their shit done, no one really gives a fuck. They got their own like little village over here. Then like the manor's over here. The villages will be taken care of. They'll mostly do the work, but the landlords, your family, will provide tools, resources as needed to do these things. Serfdom's a weird institution, so they live here, they do the work, and as long as everything goes well, no one really cares or balks at it. They're just not like allowed to move away. Yeah, I know, serfdom is really weird. Serfdom's like, you're free except you have to live here and you have to do this job, but you can do whatever you want, but you have to live here and work for me.
Was that like out of necessity? Out of necessity for like the nobles to be able to afford the lifestyle that they had to have a certain amount of people under them doing all the.
I have no idea. I don't know enough about medieval history, but it's sort of.
There's an article on it, so you can just go Google what caused serfdom, and it's about the collapse of slavery in Western Roman Empire.
Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like slavery.
It is.
It is.
It's like slavery light, almost. It's in that weird zone. It's fucked up, is what it is.
Oh yeah, and the Black Death people were migrating away, so they stopped them migrating away.
Wait, serfdom only happened after the Black Death? I thought this was an older institution.
No, serfdom developed in Eastern Europe after the Black Death epidemics of the mid-14th century, which stopped the Eastern migration. This resulting high hand-to-labor ratio in these vast populated areas gave lords an incentive to bind the remaining peasantry to their land. So it's because of the Black Death that.
When did it?
Well, it's.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just Googled it and found it out.
Reached Europe in 1347.
I'll link it to. Yeah, it's a lot like slavery. It's not slavery, but in name.
The United Nations prohibits serfdom as a practice similar to slavery. Yeah, it sounds pretty fucked up.
Yeah, well, I've just linked up the history of serfdom in chat if you want to read more, because subjects enrich people. You're learning about the history more.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's super interesting, actually. Because it is slavery light.
Yeah.
I mean, for people that like born in it and grow up in it, it probably doesn't feel that way. And it's just where you live. It's what you do, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the whole life in that time was super oppressive unless you were at the very top. Anyone that wasn't at the top was at the bottom. And you were, if your dad was a carpenter, you were going to be a carpenter, and there was basically nothing else you could do. You were locked into a lifestyle. But this is like locked into a lifestyle and a location. It's all fucked up. Thank God.
Yeah.
Cool.
So these people here, they're treated fine. They just can't leave.
They're bound to the land.
So would you even make any changes if you were the Lord? I'm asking.
I would, I would let them be able to leave if they want. I think that the migration of labor between cities is very good.
All right.
People need freedom of movement, 100%.
Well, we've got to put you up as the new next heir, and that means making you a more viable heir than your older brother and younger brother.
How do I do that?
Well, just the easy way.
What's the easy way?
Well, they're no longer viable if they're dead.
I don't like that way.
All right, okay. Well, we need a PR campaign then. 1, you need to have a spouse and a child who's legitimate or adopted legitimate. And that means you can't just adopt someone commoner. It has to be a noble adoption.
Do I have to marry a noble?
Well, okay, you can always have a legitimized bastard if you prefer. But I'm not sure bastardry is really the thing we want to do for your spin here, because your younger brother is already a ladies' man.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that I could do, my father always talked about getting elf mixed into the family. He always wanted
no, you
one
don't, because half elves are infertile. We're mule species. We can't have offspring. So nobility really don't want to have elf in their blood.
So my dad's an idiot. All right.
No, your dad just doesn't like you. Because only an idiot would tell you, oh yeah, go grab an elf, yeah. That'll help the family tree.
So what can I do that would put me above?
Well, okay. Do you know about estate management at all? Does any of your brothers know about that stuff?
No.
Well, if you learn that stuff, you pretty much will ensure you're going to be the heir, because you're the only one who knows how to run stuff.
True. Where can I learn that though?
Well, we could start at our local library and work from there. And
no, that's good, because I wanted to get that book on Desmond. That was super interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got to give you the ability to take over and make them want you to take over, because you don't want to do this in a bloody way. But I'm
Not
just saying.
right now, no.
But the thing is, if you don't take over, these people can be treated the same way generation after generation, and it'll be your fault for not taking over. So it's your duty to take over one way or the other. I'm just saying, sometimes things need to be bloody to make the world a better place. But that's on you.
No, you're right. You've been right. You're really smart. Okay. I need a wife and I need a kid. But how do I expedite this process?
Well, you marry someone who's already got a kid.
You go. That's true. There are matchmaking services that you can go to.
The Baroness is single.
The
And she's
Baroness
got a
is
kid.
single.
But why would
thought
she
you said her
marry
daughter-
below her status?
Yeah, okay, good point.
No offense, Tiberius, but you know.
But how much lower than her is he? He's a landed guy, but
He's a middle-born landed child, a child of a landed noble. So, I mean, it's her second husband. She's already got an heir to inherit, right? This could be the marriage of love instead of the marriage of political necessity.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Well,
How are you going to make the Baroness fall in love with you?
Yeah, that's the thing. How do I make
Where are you going to find a
don't
cleric of
know.
Malchus? Where are you going to find a love potion?
I can give you a love potion if you want, but I'm not going to give you a love potion because I don't approve of those things. Unless Malchus tells me to, then I will.
But what if I gave her a love potion, but I didn't do anything malicious and I just loved her?
No, it's mind control.
Same thing. It's mind control.
It's mind
But it's
control.
not. I'm not doing anything bad. Like
It is mind
I'm
control.
showing her the life that she deserves.
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. You're probably right.
If the cleric of Malchus is telling you.
we work good together, Wyatt. We're straightening each other out.
All right. Okay. So, obviously, the Baroness is the top tier choice, but there's got to be a bunch of other noble ladies in town who want to step up. Like, there's city nobles who don't have land; they've just got money, and they're running out of money. There's got to be someone like that. So let's look at go to the library, look up some family trees, see the eligible who's who of town, and set you up. And of course, get your skill set up, and get the Desmond book. Hey, we're going to the library. You get everything there.
Definitely.
Let's head to the town library.
You head to the town library. It's there.
All right.
The librarian welcomes you guys in, makes like a quiet library noise, even though it's just her in here and nobody else.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So here's the Desmond book. What's in the fiction section? Anyway.
Yeah. See, this is your story's falling apart here, man. Sorry.
All right.
What are you guys here for?
Okay, well, firstly, we need to learn how to teach him estate management.
State management for dummies.
Yeah. Okay, because can you get that proficiency somehow without leveling up twice? How long does he have to study for this?
To
get
gain a
estate management?
proficiency?
We need a study
Well, it's-
montage.
Yeah, it's estate management. That's a proficiency on your list now. So
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not just study, it's study then practice, right? You'd need to like manage an estate and intern for a while.
Oh.
So we're probably talking like years before you're a truly proficient manager of an estate.
What if
We
I
can get you
study
started.
state management and then I state manage the halfling area? I mean, we're over there
Well-
all the time. They know us, right?
Yeah.
Our
yeah,
first project can be returning all the stolen goods. That's like that. Come on.
And
do you guys want to do a 5-year montage of you becoming an estate manager?
yeah, and also
All right, let's do it.
Wooing, and also we also, because nobles always have these sort of things, the books of who's who, who's
Whose kids are
yeah, like we want to find a target suitable for his rank of nobility.
Okay.
So
The
we're
goal
trying to make
isn't
him a better
necessarily
person.
a specific person. It's just like looking for one of them single moms who's a noble,
Yeah.
right?
But if we've got 5 years, we might even do it the slow way.
Oh yeah. What approach do you want to take here?
Yeah,
Well,
like so.
it's
I
cute.
think before all this, my family gets invited to those balls and blah blah blah, but I never
course.
ever went. It was not. But now that I got Wyatt
get you
here
nice
trying to hook me
clothes.
up, I gotta like do those things. So like maybe there's like a montage of us
Well, you get-
inside a shop, me getting new clothes. Like,
Yeah, you go shopping, and then you gotta like fit it all, and then like you're doing your hair, and then he's like, no, you should do your hair this way, and then there's like going to the ball, and then you don't know how to dance, so then there's the montage of you like taking dancing lessons, right? I see how this
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
And what do you do when ladies ask, "How did you get those scars?" What story you
Ooh,
got?
good question.
You got a good story for that?
maybe I should stay closer to the truth on this one, and I should say something along the lines of, well, I haven't always been the good guy that I am now, and I had a cleric of vengeance called on me. I survived it, but I was left with a scar, sort of thing.
Ooh.
So you're a reformed bad boy.
Reformed bad boy.
Oh yeah, that'll go over well.
Maybe like not even fully reformed, like halfway. Like I'm not fully there. You gotta fix me.
Like, yeah, you're being fixed, but like you need a little
Yeah.
help to get the rest of the way.
Yeah, you can fix me. You can fix me.
Oh yeah, people love that. People love a project. Oh yeah. Okay, well, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna have you make me a charisma check. The better you score on your charisma check, the more prestigious of a wife you can attract.
Oh man, charisma check.
Charisma, the stat you never thought you were gonna need, all of a sudden is the most
That's
important.
never my dump stat. My dump stat was con on this character.
Yeah, 3 health. I can tell. I'm trying to think of any way that I can
Well,
spin a
I'm
bonus
assisting
on
him
this.
behind the scenes with the shadowy guy. So do I assist him in
Like
this?
all the like in this time that I've been spending like doing this the state management stuff, I've been like really close with these halflings. Rose and Spud, I've like talked them through the rough parts of their relationship. Now they're stronger than ever. I'm like super close to their son. Their son views me as like an uncle. Like these are the kind of things that would reflect really well on my character when I'm trying to find a mate. I would
That's
say like
true.
a +2 to my.
You want to argue for a +2 because you're friends with halflings?
I want a
Well, I
+2
think
because
my-
I'm
my
doing the
assisting-
legwork. Yeah, and I got assistance from my wingman.
All right, I'll give you a +1 for the halflings and a +1 for the wingman.
Sweet.
Okay.
Like, I don't make myself visibly public because I know I can be like a detached, but I can help him from the shadows.
And there's a +2 on that, isn't there?
Yeah, 21.
That's a
21 pass.
You barely skirt in there under the wire. You can get yourself a wife and a kid. But, it's like a lightly used wife and a lightly used kid,
Neal!
It's like the kid's not a
Somebody
baby.
quote
The
it.
kid's like a teenager,
Somebody quote it. You got a lightly used wife. Somebody quote it.
The child's like 14 or 12 and he's like not gonna like you because you're like the new guy coming in, right? And
Fair enough.
the wife is like, interested, but she's really just looking for some stability here because her husband, this isn't like the husband died tragic story. This is like her husband just like skipped town and left the two of them. They're kind of like, socially a little bit more outcast from it because in this time and in this age and in this society, that sort of thing is like really frowned upon, and for some reason the woman gets blamed for that shit just like because the world's unjust.
I don't view her as the problem in this situation.
Exactly,
Like, she's
because-
the victim here.
Exactly, and you're a good person, but this is the family you can end up with.
Wait, he's a good person? When what?
This guy, didn't you see him help out those halflings? Didn't you see his path and quest for justice and doing the right thing?
I'm trying, man. I have like bad foot and mouth disease, like really bad. Like it's always coming back to get me, but I'm gonna just keep chugging along.
So what's the name of your wife anyway?
My wife's name is
yeah.
gonna be Shandy.
Ooh, that's a good name. Good name.
So what did the wife name the child, Neal?
Is it a boy or a girl?
Let me roll a die. It's a girl.
Amy.
Shandy and Amy. Okay.
All right. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. So now,
Wait, hold on,
What?
Wyatt.
Mhm.
This is like after we've been married and we've been together for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want any more power. You know what I really want?
What?
This family is sick, dude.
Mm.
I gotta come home to a kid and a wife. This is something that I never thought I wanted
Mm.
until now I have it, and now it's like
Well,
this
I
is the
think-
most cherished. This is the thing I cherish most now.
Well, that's true, but I think you're the only stable one of your brothers, because your other brothers haven't grown up in the past 5 years.
True.
So I think your father's going to make you heir, even if I don't do anything in this case. So you're going to run your little estate. If you don't want to grow any further, just make your little estate a haven of freedom, and you don't have to grow beyond that. I mean, it's your choice.
How old is your character, Tiberius? Ricky?
29.
Okay, so your
29
dad...
now or 29 then?
29 when I started.
So your dad is what, like 20 to 40 years older than you? So he would have been up to 70 at most? How old do you think he would have been, older or younger? What I'm trying to see is, like, is your dad gonna die in these 5 years, or is he?
I mean, he's probably close.
Well,
probably like
let's
right
roll
there.
life expectancy on a character.
Yeah, roll it. Let's roll it.
You know what?
Because you got
There
there's
is-
tables for it.
Yeah, there's a table for maximum lifespan of a person.
Yeah,
Because second
I
edition
use
has
those all the
everything.
time.
Everything you need. Let's see. I'm gonna have you roll your father's maximum age. It is oh, it's 2d20 plus 90. He's okay. He's gonna make it.
Well, that's for PCs though.
Yeah, but this is he's a noble, so he's got food, he's got shelter, he's got clothing, he's got everything that he needs. Wow, your dad is gonna live a hell of a long time. You're not gonna inherit this estate for ages.
He's not a half elf. What the hell? He doesn't live that long. I thought life expectancy was like 60 years old.
It should be much, much lower, but
Leo, it's
the
your
book
world.
says 2d20 plus 90, and I'm a slave to the books. I can't not go by what it says in the book. It's the
Oh,
rules.
Can that be
well-
my life expectancy?
Here's the thing. He's
Wait, hold
not
on,
going
I'm
to run
listening
the
for
estate. He's
fun.
going to want to retire. He's going to be having a long retirement. He's going to hand over the reins to his heir eventually.
Oh, that's true. That's true. At a certain point, it doesn't matter if you're still alive. You can't be managing an estate at 120 years old. Okay. So, and your older brother, tell me about him.
My older brother is like, he's a hack. Like, he grew up as the favorite, the oldest, right? And he
yeah.
completely squandered like all the opportunity he was given. Like, he's just a mama's boy. He's like never learned to actually do anything for himself. Like, he's worthless.
Resting on his privilege, enjoying
Yeah.
the things that come to him, not having to lift a finger, taking advantage of his opportunities, and even if it hurts other people. Yeah,
Classic.
classic older brother.
What's your
then-
younger brother like?
And then the younger brother, he's just been whoring it up in the capital, and
Oh my
he
God.
probably went even overseas somewhere and hoarded up over there. We haven't heard from him in a few years.
Does he have any kids?
No kids.
Illegitimate kids off them?
They're all illegitimate if he does have them. He hasn't brought
man.
any forth.
Man, this is you seem to be the only clear opportunity or clear choice. You even took estate management classes of your own volition,
Did you add that to your character sheet, the proficiency?
Oh, I
Yeah,
did.
please add estate management as a non-weapon proficiency on your character
Well,
sheet.
what stats that off?
I'd have to look it up.
I forget. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Non-weapon proficiency table. So, how do we? It should, of course, always come down to a die roll, and I'm just trying to decide on the appropriate die roll here. Estate
Well,
management's
maybe
not
start-
a non-weapon proficiency. It's not on my
I thought
table.
it was. What, you've got management? I thought estate management was one of them. Yeah, sure it was. Let me must be something. Must be phrased slightly differently.
Okay, maybe it's slightly differently.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's on
yeah,
the
because you
table.
have that. Because you've had nobles characters in the past with that nonsense, like bureaucracy, that sort of thing. And state management's been
Bureaucracy's close to state management. Literacy.
Yeah, I thought you had it, Neal. I wasn't trying to just bamboozle you. You can just make a custom one for today.
Yeah, sure. We can just make up an estate management proficiency. It's fine. It should be keyed off of wisdom.
Right.
Wisdom. Yeah. Okay.
How's your wisdom?
Not good. Not good.
Well, maybe his father says, all right, I'll test you out and see how good you're managing the estate. And then based on how well he does, testing, running the estate, the father will consider things.
It's true. So first off, we'll give you an estate management proficiency check. If you pass this right off the bat, you just get the property and the inheritance and everything. If you fail this, then we'll come up with a roll because he doesn't think that you've done well, even if you have, because you know how fathers can sometimes be.
What's like the base and adjustment and stuff on it?
It's going to be zero for both of those.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
28!
yeah, you're so good at managing the estates. Of course you inherit the lands. You're actually taking care of these people. You brought in a new person who doesn't have to be a serf. He could be a freed person amongst, these other serfs. And very quickly, once you're like running the estate and keeping things on track, your dad just hands the reign, like the management of that stuff over to you. And then when he gets old enough that he's getting tired of all the work and he just wants to relax and paint because painting's been his secret passion his whole life, he just hands it all over to you. Congratulations.
The day that he officially hands it over to me, I'm gonna run to Shenanigans to find Wyatt, and I'm gonna burst in and be like, I did it! You did it!
Oh, done.
You did it! This is amazing. This is so much work. We've been spending years trying to do this, and you got me. Look, what are we gonna do now?
Well, are you gonna free those serfs or not?
Yeah, definitely. The serfs.
I want to see what
go.
changes you make. What change? You've got power now. From all this chaos, you've got power. What you do with this power is up to you. You're now the guy in charge. Make changes. Don't sit on your laurels like other nobles have been doing. Make changes of the world around you. You've seen something you don't agree with, say something. You see, like your superiors say something, the Baroness, because you report directly to the Baroness now. Give her your opinions. She might not like them. Maybe you do it a different way. Your call. But now you've got power. Maybe you want to relax, but you've got power now. It's your responsibility to make change for the better for this world. You did all this work. What are you going to do now you have this power? That's what's important.
That's a good question.
Well,
maybe
I'm going to introduce Karl Marx to all of this.
And he's been assassinated by the Baroness. Good game, everybody. I think to find out what he does with his power, you'll have to come back next week for more shenanigans and see what this life is like for Tiberius now that he's a married man with children, at least one child, ungrateful child, of course.
5 years, so has he got another child yet?
That's quite possible. Give me 5 constitution checks.
Man, were they Vulcans only once a year?
This is, just opportunities arise. 1.
Oh.
2.
Oh.
Twins, actually. Oh my God. 3.
He's got 3 kids.
3, 4. Oh, these are really good rolls. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 6 kids. The 20 is twins.
Holy shit! I got twins on the first go.
Yep.
You're no wonder you're the head. Your father's just like, thanks for the grandkids.
Knocking out the grandkids. There's paintings of them hanging everywhere as your dad tries over and over again to capture their likeness.
Oh, because he's a painter. He painted all the kids. This is the best D&D session ever. What the fuck?
We're going to wrap it up here before it gets dark again and we go back into serfdom and slavery and sexual assault and murder.
We freed the serfs, Neal.
We freed the serfs, man.
Okay. Congratulations on everybody for today's shenanigans. I have no idea how much experience to award you.
Just level us up, Neal.
Everyone just go to your next level, whatever it is. It's great.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I'm sorry that we got oddly,
I don't apologize for this. This is fun.
It's been fun, but this is not normally the route I like to take. I try and keep it light, guys. Today got dark, but it's great. We'll be back next week with more shenanigans. But before we go, I want to see some hit point rolls from our player characters.
All right.
Hit points.
Yeah. For you, that'll be a 1d8 plus 2. And for Wyatt, I believe it's just a 1d8.
Nah, 1d10. I took the points.
Oh,
point
okay.
bonus.
1d10.
Power now.
Love it.
Whoops.
10.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
I'm at 13 now.
That's all your beefy. Sorry. Oh.
4 for you, 10 for him. Hey, you're both at 13 HP. Look at that. How nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
1,500 of 3,000. Anyway, I was only 25 XP from the next level, so. But
You got wrecked!
I know. I just accept it.
Well, you're a good person, McTacky. You're a good person. Ricky, you will also get 100 points to apply to your thief skills. We talked about that yesterday. If you need a refresher on it, I can help you out, or you can look at the document that I linked you.
I remember.
Cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Great. Well, that's it for today's
add 5
shenanigans,
years to my
everybody.
age. And now
Oh, yeah, add 5 years.
Oh yeah, increase your age by
120.
5.
So
In the gear tab, there's like like some inventory stuff at the bottom. There's a tab within a tab that says at home. You can go ahead and add lightly used wife and 6 children and 1 stepchild to your inventory tab if you'd like. And we're out. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
yeah.